moving on to the AFC South now. Now the AFC South last year extremely competitive. Theoretically, the Titans should have won the division, but the injury to Marcus Mariota pretty much hindered that. However, just because the Titans got unlucky does not mean that the Texans are bad as a football team. So they won the division at 9-7. So the Texans won at 9-7. Titans had a 9-7 record, and the Colts had an 8-8 record. So this division is very winnable with just 9-8 wins. Now, me personally, I think that the Titans are the best team in that division because they have a competent quarterback, a very, very good quarterback in Marcus Mariota, as well as one of the best up-and-coming offensive lines. The only problem is their defense, for the most part. They just need some pieces there and maybe some weapons on offense. With that being said...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. But with that being said, Houston is not that far behind. They have arguably one of the best defenses in the NFL with Jadeveon Clowney and J.J. Watt and other players on that squad. And then the Colts are in a very interesting team because they can win games. I feel like their defense is so bad that they end up losing these games.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
I think this division in itself is going to be one of the tightest divisions, maybe not by records or every team's going 9-7 so far, anything like that. But I think they're going to be this is a toss-up. So you can talk about Baltimore Ravens in the last division not really winning those, that one-score games. The same thing happened to the Jaguars. They just didn't win those one-possession games. And statistically, the next season, some more of those games will bounce your way. So I'm looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars actually making a really big leap in this division. I see them and the Titans fighting this one out. I see the Colts doing the same thing, either 8-8, 9-7. They're too interesting. I know Andrew Luck's the quarterback, but I mean, if a quarterback doesn't have an offensive line to protect him, and Andrew Luck just got hurt, so he's out for 6 weeks already. So I just don't see the continuity. It's not going to be there at the beginning of the season. So with a quarterback like Alex, with a quarterback like Andrew Luck, you're going to need rhythm, timing. That's the kind of quarterback that he's going to be. I see the Titans obviously being a favorite in this division, but I'm not sold on the Texans, man. They've always had issues at the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. I know they have one of the number one rated defenses, maybe a top 5 defense in the league. I can't buy into that system. It's like one of those things where I have to see it to believe it because, they've been said to be that team and they still haven't proved it. They're basically the Cincinnati Bengals of the AFC South in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that, but you can never take your eye off the Houston Texans because their defense is deadly. They're basically a quarterback away from winning their division, and they could have just drafted that quarterback in Deshaun Watson.
No, you think he's going to get it right now?
Well, no, I don't.
He's going to jump in.
I don't think he's gonna get the starting nod right now, but you never know. I personally think that the sexy pick is the Tennessee Titans. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the team that everybody's talking about. They are the team with the stud quarterback. They are the team with a really good defense. They just drafted Corey Davis at wide receiver.
However, the one thing... Oh, sorry to cut you off, Hank, but I have to bring this up.
Okay, yeah.
The Texans are 5-1. They were 5-1 last year in their division. So, and Tennessee was 2-4. So, if I'm Tennessee, I am picking Tennessee to win this division. However, we don't know what Deshaun Watson is going to be, and I don't expect him to do much in his first year. Mm-hmm. But hypothetically,
about Dak Prescott, though. They didn't.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If he ends up becoming a player like a Carson Wentz or a Dak Prescott, where he makes an impact with the team, not necessarily like if they go 9-7, 10-6, which they definitely can.
Yeah.
Then Houston is a legitimate threat in the playoffs because if all they were needing was a competent quarterback to lead them, and they could have possibly beat the New England Patriots. I don't think they would have, but they had that chance.
Whoa.
Well, I don't think they're going to beat the New England Patriots, but they
Patriots.
definitely
not
they
this year.
definitely
Heck
have a
no.
chance to
last
compete
year.
with the Patriots.
I was talking about last year, yeah.
Yeah, and I still don't think they'll beat them last year. The Patriots were on a roll. They were doing their normal thing. Nobody was going to beat the Patriots last year. Nobody. But I still think Jacksonville, I'm serious, as a dark horse in this race, I think they could go 10-6 this year. Now, I'm more leaning towards the 9-7, but 10-6 on the best case scenario.
Their issue is the fact that Blake Bortles has proven that he can't succeed in this league. I mean, he's proven that he can't, that like it's his third or fourth season in the NFL, and his mechanics are worse than Carson Wentz's.
Yeah, I just have a hard time believing that, man, because he had something his second year. You know, I mean,
well, granted,
mechanics aren't everything, man. He did have a little bit of an impact.
Most of that came from the fact that the Jaguars were like always behind.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that, but I have to say a lot about pocket presence. He does have a pretty good pocket presence when it's just a 3-step to a 5-step and power through. The dude has a cannon. Now, granted, he's done it for 3 years, and we need to see something. I think this is make or break year.
So did
make or break year right now.
So did Jeff George. You know, I think
Kerry Collins.
I think you look at a Blake Bortles, and I think that his best shot is turning out like an Alex Smith.
Well, that's what he's going through already. He's going through all these coordinators, these offensive coordinators.
Because I think Jacksonville was hoping, and I think this is the problem. Excuse me. I think Gus Bradley, their former coach, was banking on Blake Bortles to be the guy, like day one, like a Carson Wentz kind of guy, where look, you're the face of the franchise. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at least Carson Wentz had more stuff around him. With Blake Bortles, he had nothing around him.
Carson Wentz had something around him?
I'm talking about having like a I'm talking about as a team as a whole, like that he had a good defense, a decent offensive. You get what I'm saying?
Our defense.
Blake
sucks.
Bortles didn't have it.
I feel like
whatever.
I feel like
move
Blake
on.
Bortles had a better defense than Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
That's
but
just me.
I beg to disagree, but we got to move on.
Yeah,
we got to move on. So
East, right?
yes, but before we do that, just final picks. Who do you have winning the AFC South? Any wildcard teams? I got the Tennessee Titans.
I have the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I have the Tennessee Titans with a possibility that Houston can make a run at the playoffs.
I'm going to go dark horse here.
I think a team like Houston and a team like I feel like a team like Houston and a team like Kansas City will be fighting for that 6th seed.